Hey Gila and Inca, here's our first draft of your site, and notice that we found a nice transparent version of the Rust Line logo in the top left here. And we can put the blue one with the blue background in, but we kind of like this one, but just let us know, it's totally up to you. And notice also we're using these sliders here. Now, first of all, Google Plus, that's almost probably, if not one of the most important, so we added that in here. And as far as search engine wise, if you can get a lot of Google Plus, there's nothing more valuable. And we got your LinkedIn and your RS feed, Twitter, Facebook. But there's more icons that are going to be added later as the internet advances, so we can add as many of these as you want over time, and you won't have to worry about space issues. So in other words, we remove them from the top right here and over to the right. And personally, I think this is more interesting and fun and more interactive, and I think more people will click on it and see it over here. And you'll notice that it stays there. So as you scroll down the page, it's always visible. So anyway, we think this is a better way to go. So anyway, and as far as the font goes, I sent you an email. It was just too thin. Some monitors we couldn't even basically see it. The font was almost invisible. So Deb looked and found a Google font it's very similar, and we think it kind of blends in with the site quite well. And you want the menu to be usable and blend in. You don't want it to be a distraction. In other words, when you make your aesthetic choices, you got to make sure it's functional and not the main point. So in other words, not something that a person has to think about. It's just intuitive, and it kind of blends into the rest. Anyway, here's the slideshow. I think we only have the same slide repeated twice. And when you click on it, you can go to that particular listing. And this is that slideshow that you liked. And we can make it higher if you want. Personally, I kind of like the narrow perspective. And on the right here, we took off that comments more to say about Gila. We made it nice and small. And you'll notice if you move your mouse over, if you try this on an iPhone, you'll see that when your mouse goes here, you won't see this on a desktop, but an iPhone, when you click on here, it'll go to the it'll ask you if you want to dial 928-300-6567. So basically this is iPhone clickable, this here, and when you move your mouse down here, this goes to Gila's email address. So although you can't see it, they're both functional, and the email will work on large and small monitors. And let's just scroll down. So here's the quick search. We moved the featured listings over to the left because it kind of made sense, because it all kind of groups in with the same category: quick search, featured listings, map search. And this map search goes over to here, to the same page as before. So let's just go back to the home page and scroll back down again, and you see we have the what clients say both on the left and the right. So, and you can see how it all finishes off nicely about the same level. And here's the very bottom. So, and this is the same slideshow down here as is up top. It's just a different version of it. So when you click on it, you got your slideshow, and you can I'm not sure what's going on here. We can make, I believe, it clickable too. Yeah, that's what's going on. There's nothing clickable right now. So if you can change these links, I'm clicking it, but it's not going anywhere. But you can have these go to different listings. So the links are just broken right now. And you can see this has a title, and the rest do not have titles. But, actually, there's one other that has a title, Rainbow over Sedona. So you can add a title, and you can add, and they can all click and go to listings. Or you can just make this, we can just put a little title here and just call it Photos by Gila. So if you want to use it just for your photo gallery, that's nice, and but you might want to give it the title so people aren't confused what it is, by saying Photos by Gila. But if you want to use this for real estate, you can do that too. So I think that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to make this more functional, the big top one for real estate and the bottom one for more aesthetics. So I'm pretty sure we can get that to click to go to a full screen, or to make it go to a pop-up to a full screen version. So I'll figure that out, if that's exactly the function that you want, or if you want it to go just to a page. You could have it go to kind of a blog. That might be interesting. A blog photo gallery where you show the photo in full screen, or much bigger anyway, and then a little description about it. That might be interesting. So in other words, instead of just popping up, it actually goes to a page where you talk about your experience. And that's kind of good because it's text, and the more text you have instead of just photos, that's better for search engines. But and again, these items on the right, I'm a big fan of them because they're interactive and people catch people's attention, and you can see these slide with you. So anyway, so just let us know the first your reaction, if you just want us to keep working on this, or if you want us to kind of find another Google font. Basically, I think pretty well need to stay with Google font, and Google font has thousands, I don't know thousands, but I think a ton, maybe I don't know, but I'm sure there's probably over 1,000 different fonts to choose from. I think we need to stay with those, and I'm sure you can find something that works. And but this is very, very close to what you were wanting. Anyway, so that's it for now. Signing off.